Is Apple going to bring back the iMac Pro? We're going to talk about Apple's plans for the new 27-inch iMac. Welcome everybody to AppleInsider. It is Andrew here, and we are doing another rumor roundup on Apple's upcoming Pro level desktop. I'm not talking about the Mac Pro, I am talking about the new iMac, which may be either the 27-inch iMac or the iMac Pro. Branding here is still a little up in the air. Whatever Apple is going to call it, let's dive into what we know and what we think we know. Apple could go one of two ways with a new, larger iMac. Apple could stay focused on the consumer market, launching it with the M2 processor as well as a fun array of colors, similar to how Apple did the 24-inch iMac that's sitting behind me. But that doesn't make as much sense because the 27-inch or the larger iMacs always tended to be more pro-oriented and powerful machines. What would likely make more sense is for Apple to launch a 27-inch or iMac Pro resurgence with an M1 Pro or M1 Max processor on the inside. If Apple does go the route of pro-oriented with the M1 Pro or M1 Max processor, Apple likely wouldn't do the array of colors. Apple tends to keep those to the consumer products, while the more high-end products stick with silver or space gray. Here at AppleInsider, we have taken the most likely rumors for the new larger iMac and have created 3D renders of the machine so you can better visualize what it may look like, which honestly is not that big of a stretch because it looks like it's probably going to keep the same design as the new 24-inch iMac, just in a larger form factor. Features we expect to see on this new machine other than the M1 Max and M1 Pro processors include a mini LED backlit display that supports ProMotion at up to 120 Hz. Other features that we expect the 27-inch iMac or iMac Pro to include are also borrowed from the 24-inch iMac, including that magnetic braided power cable, a keyboard with integrated Touch ID, possibly additional ports such as HDMI output, or at least maybe an SD card reader. Then we expect to see a 1080p FaceTime camera that'll likely support center stage, so it'll follow you around as you move while on camera, and Thunderbolt 4. That said, there are some rumors that we just don't buy. Back in December, DigiTimes had a sketchy report that said the new 27-inch iMac was going into production, and it was going to come in a fun array of colors as well as drop mini LED. We just don't buy this. We think, especially for a pro-oriented machine that's going to be powerful, Apple will include mini LED, assuming it can ramp up production enough, and for a pro-level machine, it just doesn't make sense for Apple to include all those colors. There's also been reports at least once or twice that Apple's going to be increasing the size of the new iMac, going to 30 or 32 inches instead of 27. This also doesn't seem likely. We have not heard this rumor repeated recently. Most of the recent rumors have pegged it as a 27-inch display. Finally, there were a couple rumors that said that Apple was looking to integrate Face ID into the 27-inch iMac. This too does not seem likely. Apple does bring features to the Pro before bringing them to entry-level models, but we have new MacBook Pros that still have Touch ID, and I just don't think Apple is ready to bring Face ID to the Mac. I think Face ID to the Mac will happen at some point, but I'm not certain it's going to happen with a 27-inch iMac. That said, let me know what you guys think. We believe the new 27-inch iMac is going to be dropping in the first half of 2022, likely after April. I want to hear your thoughts down below in the comments, or better yet, on Twitter at Andrew_OSU. Are you holding out to get a new 27-inch iMac or iMac Pro?